Number 1, do not interrupt the speaker. The entire question or the entire answer must be finished before you commence your interpretation. Do not attempt to mentally interpret until you have heard the entire message. So all we're doing in number 1 is listening very attentively to the entire message. Okay? The entire question must be finished and the entire answer must be finished. We cannot interrupt the speaker. That is rule number 1. Don't try to interpret as you hear it. We do that in the simultaneous. Here in the consecutive, we take in the entire message first. Okay? Number 2, do not add anything to the message. No additions of any kind are allowed. So, if we receive a message and it has so many thoughts, when we convey that same message, it has to have the same number of thoughts. We cannot add anything to the message. The message must be identical. Number 3, do not omit from the message. Do not leave anything that was said out of the interpretation. So if the message has 6 thoughts, then my interpretation must have 6 thoughts as well, not 3 or 4 or 5. So number 3, do not omit from the message. Do not leave anything that was said out of the interpretation. Let's go to number 4. Do not change the message. Do not make changes to the message received. So if I receive a message, then I'm going to interpret that same message with no changes. This is very difficult to do. The only way to get good at this is to practice all the time. Okay, so number 4, do not change the message. It has to be the same message in the other language. Okay, that takes us to number 6. Take brief notes. At the consecutive, and only at the consecutive, they will provide to you a writing utensil and lots of paper for you to take notes if you wish. The notes don't count for you or against you. They're going to be thrown away when you're done with the exercise. But take advantage. Take the piece of paper and the writing utensil and take notes. And my suggestion is to write down all concrete information, such as names. Well, abbreviations of names. We don't have time to write out the whole name. We want to write descriptions like 5'6", 160 pounds, the colors blue, yellow, green, the numbers like social security numbers 552, 22, 85, so that we are able to bring the message back correctly. We need to take those notes for sure. Okay, number 7, no extraneous noises. Do not make any sounds such as well, okay, etc. If the speaker did not say well, if the speaker did not say okay, then you cannot either. However, as you can tell, are just extraneous noises. You cannot say well, you cannot say okay, unless it was said by the speaker. So, no extraneous noises coming from the interpreter. Number 13, interpret all fillers. All filler words utilized by the speaker. Now, when the speaker says, well, you know, okay, they must all be interpreted with equivalent filler words. These are not extraneous noises. These are words, and words are to be interpreted. Number 9, maintain the same register of the speaker. In other words, raise or lower your level of sophistication of the language in accordance to what you have heard. If it is a very sophisticated vocabulary, so will the interpretation be at the same sophisticated level. If it is a low level register, so will my interpretation be at the same low level. So maintain the same register as the speaker. 10. Speak loudly, clearly, and confidently. You must project professionalism at all times. Absolutely. You are going to be recorded and you will be interpreting from recordings. The entire time you're at the test, you will be recorded. So speak up, speak clearly, and speak confidently. Okay, that gets us to number 11. If you do not know the interpretation for a word or expression, then make your best educated guess. Absolutely. If you leave it in the same language, you are wrong. If you omit it, you are wrong. So take or make your best educated guesses in accordance to the text that you're listening to. So number 11, if you do not know the interpretation for a word or expression, make your best educated guess. Absolutely. Number 12. When an idiomatic expression is utilized, then you must provide the equivalent expression to convey the meaning and not explain the expression. Number 19 is very important. You must wait at least 2 complete seconds before you commence your interpretation. That's 2 complete seconds. 1001, 1002. We want to make sure that the speaker is not just taking a breath and is going to continue. 2 complete seconds as the minimum we will wait. However, you must begin your interpretation no more than 7 seconds after the speaker has finished the question or the answer. That means that you must begin your interpretation no later than 7 seconds after the speaker has finished. Number 20. You may ask for repetitions. You will state, may the interpreter have a repetition, please. We refer to ourselves in the third person. So say, may the interpreter have a repetition, please. And the question or the answer will be repeated. In California, for the consecutive portion, you are allowed only 2 repetitions during the entire exercise. Other states may be different, so make sure you ask the proctor how many repetitions you will be allowed. Number 22, concentrate 100%. Visualize the message and sound self-assured and poised. All they have to base themselves on to give you your license is how you perform on that day. So we are going to sound self-assured, poised, and very professional. Okay, so keep in mind all of these rules when we do the consecutive exercise. So I will see you at the consecutive exercise. Thank you for joining us. See you in a minute.